signing of a loan agreement by the Dangote Group of companies for the construction of a $9 billion refinery, petrochemical and fertilizer complex in Ondo State. The multi-billion-dollar complex, expected to be commissioned in 2016, should not only generate mass employment but bring investments into two critical sectors of the economy.
A multi-billion-dollar debt financing by a company owned by Africa's richest man, Dangote Group. The event was attended by government officials, diplomats and captains of industries. Alhaji Aliko Dangote, the chairman of the Dangote Group of companies, signed a $3.3 billion medium-term loan agreement as part funding for a $9 billion refinery, petrochemical and fertilizer complex to be sited at Oloko Liquefied Natural Gas Free Trade Zone in Ondo State. A move seen by the central bank governor and the Minister for Petroleum as an investment in the right direction.
The fertilizer project will produce, when in operation, 2.75 million metric tons of urea and ammonia, while the refinery will have the capacity to process 400,000 barrels of crude oil, which is equivalent to 20 million metric tons of products.
We will not support subsidies for those who are importing petroleum products, but we will subsidize those who are building refineries. Because every time we subsidize imports, we create jobs abroad, we lose foreign exchange, we set the foundation for the weakening of our economy. And we need to redefine those subsidies, start exporting what we produce and importing what we cannot produce.
It takes the oil and gas sector to a completely different level, as Dangote has just said to us. It ensures that we begin to commercialize that sector, and it ensures that we begin to touch the real economy and produce jobs.
Industrialization of large and small-scale farming in Nigeria and attraction of massive investment into the petroleum and agricultural sectors as some anticipated immediate benefits of the complex, which Nigeria's Vice President is certain will be the largest of such in Africa.
Such a carefully thought-out project will not only go a long way in generating employment both directly and indirectly, but will reduce product costs, increase industrialization, and improve the general well-being of the people.
With this investment, the group hopes to reverse the debilitating trend of loss of foreign exchange and replace that with investments and creation of more jobs in the country. Omelogo Nadi, Channels Television News.
First Bank, truly the first.
For the rest of the business news, here's Adeshawa Josh. Adeshawa.
Well, thank you, and let's get straight on it. As the 19th edition of the Nigerian Economic Summit ended today in Abuja, the Minister of Agriculture, Mr. Akinwumi Adesina, stressed the need to finance agriculture in the country and expose farmers to modern technology. Mr. Adesina also called for consistent subsidized farming in order to sustain the transformation agenda of the current administration.
We need to actually significantly expand financing for the agricultural sector. It is huge for us. We're not spending enough on it. As we go forward, the agenda must be, we have to restructure the economy, put a lot of financing behind agriculture. I mean public sector financing behind agriculture. We need to meet at least 10% of our budget going to agriculture going forward if we have to sustain this particular agenda. We need to find new institutions, new financing arrangements, new platforms that allows us to get affordable financing, long-term financing, to finance not just farm credit, but also entire value chain, the processors, the logistics, and the agribusinesses. Everybody needs finance. We can do a lot, get technologies to farmers, do all these things we're all talking about. But unless we fix the agricultural extension system to be demand-driven, to train farmers how to use modern technology, and in fact, so that we also look at what the market wants. It's not just about plant your crop this way, this is the spacing. No, it's what does the market want? When does the market want it? And at what quality and at what price? We need a modern agricultural extension system to sustain this agenda going forward.
Minister of Agriculture, Akinwumi Adesina. Moving on to company news now, Sky Bank PLC is lending its ears to the voices of small and medium entrepreneurs in the country in a bid to understand their challenges and serve them better. At the maiden edition of the bank's SME Forum in Lagos today, businessmen and women took advantage of the event to air their views on how the bank can meet their needs.
For Sky Bank, this interactive forum is its own way of getting to know the challenges SMEs face regarding their transactions with the bank. Using the phrase, "it is possible" as theme, the maiden edition of the forum brought these entrepreneurs together to interact with their account managers.
It's not a secured loan, I know that, but how do we deal with that?
While most of the comments made were woven around credit facilities and customer relations, Skybank PLC says the suggestions will enable the management improve on its banking pattern.
As a prospect, I would like them to have a clear understanding of my business. Clear. I want them to know the kind of products that we offer our customers, and I would like them to also know what our constraints are and how the timelines for the financing will be.
When I was looking for bank guarantee to do a business with an airline, and they actually came up with it, and we actually got the contract.
We have called people together. We have given them opportunities. They have learned from speakers. We have also interacted with our customers. There's been a question and answer session. People have aired their grievances. Some people have commended us. Some people have aired their grievances. And the whole idea is that we learn about it. We go back to the drawing board and we package things that are useful and important for people. Where we're doing well, we work on doing better. Where we have been told we're not doing so well, we look how we can improve.
And with the central bank's MSME's fund of 220 billion naira underway, will this deter Skybank from its mission?
If your business is bigger, then you come to a commercial bank and they'll be able to deal with you actually. So there's plenty of room. There's plenty of room for everybody to operate, and no, it's not a competition. It just complements what we're doing.
The bank plans to replicate the scheme in other parts of the country soon.
The equities market closed today on a positive note, and the all-share index appreciated by 0.72% to close at 36,476.30 basis points, compared with the depreciation of 0.04% recorded previously. Loretta Chiogo tells us more.
Hello, this is a stock market report. The Nigerian stock market today erased some recorded losses in the previous trading session. As key indicators closed upstick, the market breadth settled for a positive outlook. Figuratively, the all-share index ended at 36,476.30 points, while the market capitalization closed at 11.61 trillion naira. Among the top gainers, Dangote Cement led with 2.11% gains and was followed by Nigerian breweries, which closed at 164 naira per share. On the decliners column, Julius Berger had a 4.30% loss in price to close at 71 naira per share. It was followed by Guinness and Better Glass PLC, which also declined by 1.20% and 9.94%. However, the top stocks in trades today were Transcorp PLC, Guarantee Trust Bank, and First Bank Nigeria Holdings. In sum, a total of over 223 million shares were traded as the market value closed at 4.01 billion naira in over 5,000 deals. And that's the stock market report. I'm Loretta Chiogo.
Thank you, Loretta. Leaders of the G20 nations are gathering for a meeting at which they are expected to sign an agreement to fight tax avoidance by multinationals. The meeting between representatives of the countries that account for 2/3 of the world's population will also ponder the effect of an end to the U.S. financial stimulus program. The group formally backed plans to tackle international tax avoidance and evasion at its meeting in July. The gathering, also in the Russian city of St. Petersburg, is officially about global economic matters. However, the most meaty topic of conversation is likely to be Syria and how to handle the crisis.